Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rurouni Kenshin, the Kyoto Disturbance episode number 18 reaction. Alright, the previous episode, it was kind of the calm before the storm again, I would say. Like things are going to go down, I think, in from today's episode because everyone was like preparing, and one of the biggest things that happened in previous episode was Kenshin was able to figure out what Shisho's true goal is. They are actually trying the whole Kyoto fire that they're going to make. There's a distraction that they're trying to pull off here so that they can go to the Kyoto Bay. From there, there's a ship. They're going to board it, come to Tokyo, and bombard Tokyo. That is their plan. That is like their main goal, because obviously they will try to target the main center of everything. So that is the plan. Now, obviously, we don't have more information about it. We don't know whether this plan is going to be like, all the other Juppon Katana will be distracting us here in Kyoto and only Shisho and a few of his people will be going there, or all the other Juppon Katana are going to join him. We don't really know that. But Sojuro was actually keeping this whole thing a secret, which makes me think that he hasn't told any of this to any one of the Juppon Katana. This is like a plan that he's thinking about, like on his own. And anyways, I think we'll get all our answers in this episode. Let's see what happens. Now Kenshin, Saito, and Sanosuke are on their way to the bay, the Kyoto Bay, I think, the Osaka Bay, yeah, to see what's going on over there. So let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference. Let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. He's writing a letter to Kaoru. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Right. Hmm. Yeah, part of it. Yeah. Yeah, they'll have to take care of everything here. Ugh. Oh boy. Damn, he's sweating. Nah. Damn. Ugh. Yeah, you have to change now. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What? He'll be running? The horse. Oh Lord. Hmm. He's gonna run, right? Okay, he's right. I thought he was going to just run beside the carriage. At least he's on top of the carriage instead of running beside it. Then the chief was just thinking that, you know what, whatever happens, at least Saito's here with us. He can take care. And as soon as he heard that Saito and Batosai both will be going to the Osakan Bay, he's like, oh, whoa, what? I will have to do this? I will be the one leading this? Yeah, he just, right. He just short circuited. Hmm. Oh god. What is this, GTA? Oh lord. Yeah. Oh my god, the informants. Yeah. Sneaking around. Oh, right. Yeah. Hmm. Toshiro. Hmm. Okay, he. Calm down. So I just like, shut up. 1,000. Hopefully. Yeah, it was for a police control. That's true. Yeah. The ninjas. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I think because of the. Yeah, it was the same thing that killed. Yeah, I was gonna say. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Kenshin's. Letter. Yeah. Damn. These characters to begin with. Right. Mm. Well, we gotta move. Yeah. As I said, even if they're able to stop the people, damn, this disappeared. Stop the people, the fire will spread at an alarming rate. You cannot use the police officers to stop that fire. We need the Onyaban for that. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Wow. Okay. Ha! Oh, it hit it this time. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Let me do Ah, yeah, people are going to. Oh, yeah, that I see. Interesting. And that'll become even more dangerous. Oh, wow. Okay, so these guys have no idea what Shishu's planning. There you go. Yeah, they're keeping you in the shadows. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. There we go. He'll ask for his help, I think. Really? Is that why? Well, I don't. Okay, calm down. Yeah, they don't care because technically they weren't really working with them. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, I'm evil, not a scum. I ain't a snitch. Damn. Damn. Oh, this guy. Like, is that guy in the previous episode, right? That kid? Who, who had the sword? Yeah. Who? In his place. No. Oh. Damn, now he's like, damn, like I have been trying to run away from this, and this little kid at 11 years old is trying to. Hmm. Yep. That that woke him up from the. Hmm. Oh, no one. Hmm. Yeah. Is he luring them into a trap? Oh no, never. Oh my god, that's him. That's Fuji. Yo, they need 20 people to carry him. No, that's a. Oh, that's his katana. Wow. Oh! Oh my god. Bustling crowd. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, so Yumi had no idea about it, but obviously he's bringing her with him. That shit. Well, mm, look inside. Is there is there disguising the ship as a civilian vessel? Yeah, there you go. What is that? Oh. Hmm. A little bit more. 30 minutes. 37 minutes. Right. Hmm. Okay, and that was today's episode. Right, so today we had a little bit of, again, it's like a little bit of a preparatory episode. And we get to see what everyone is doing, how they're preparing for the Kyoto fire that will be happening. The police knows about it now. Obviously, they're getting ready. We have another separate group, Saito's group, with Kenshin, Sanosuke, going for the Osakan Bay, where Rengoku, that ship, is there, and they, as they said, they will be reaching there and almost at the end, like, by the time when the Kyoto Fire will start, they'll probably reach there, so they won't have enough time to like go around checking where they might be. So obviously that's why Kenshin in the end was kind of trying to deduce which ship they might be on. And as Kenshin said, like, like what a Hitokuri does is actually they try to blend in among other people and in bustling crowds. So, like, comparing that to a ship, they will probably be hiding their actual, like, their actual ship will be hiding amongst other civilian ships, like disguised as a civilian ship in itself. And that is what Kenshin deduced, and that's correct. As we see, even Yumi was like, oh yeah, like, not to be disrespectful, like, I'm glad that you brought me here with you guys, but what is this? Why is this ship tattered? At which, like, Shishio showed her. He was like, oh, you fell in love with me not looking at my appearance, right? It's the same thing here. Look at the inside of the ship. And and yeah, we have some kind of a mechanism there. I think that is like some kind of I don't know, maybe like some kind of a bombard, like it's going to bombard, I think, like Tokyo, like some kind of a like furnace or something there of that sort, I think they have, which will be used to try to blow up Tokyo. That's what they're planning. So something like that, I think. Either way, yeah, that is where it is. Now, obviously, as we can see, nobody knows about this plan that Shisho made except Sojuro. And wait, was Hoji there? Wait a minute. Hoji was there with Shisho, right? Yeah, he was there with him. Wait a minute. Yeah, Hoji was there. Okay, so the only people who know about this, or I'm not 100%, I think I said this in the previous episode. I think I said, like, even I thought that even Hoji didn't know. So I'm not 100% sure if Hoji didn't know about this up until the end, just like Yumi, or was Hoji in on this plan from the very beginning, and Yumi was the only one who had no idea. So I'm not really sure about that, but Hoji's there, Sojuro's there, Yumi's there. So these three are the only people from the Juppongatana who knows what's going on. We have over there, what was his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh no. The blind guy, the one who uses a spear. I've forgotten his name. Anyways, he suspected it. He suspected it, as we saw. So yeah, that's the current situation. Now, it's very interesting. I kind of thought, like, how are the Juppongatana going to react when they get to know that this was like Shishio's plan? Like, he kept them in the dark and like made them into a decoy. And we kind of get our answer here in today's episode in a weird way, is when Arai, that is the police chief, he goes and tells this to Joe, and tells him that, oh, your leader, he made you guys a decoy, so you've been abandoned, so obviously telling Joe this information is the same as telling the others this information as well, because I think every single other people from the Juppongatana shares the same sentiment and shares the same vision. So telling this to Joe and seeing how he reacts to it, I feel like every other Juppongatana will probably react somehow similar to how Joe reacted. So Joe was like, oh, so that was his plan. That sly little fox. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, that was evil of him. But it's fine. That is how he reacted, because obviously, as we can see, I think, like, we've seen this from the very beginning. These people in the Juppongatana, they aren't really like an organization or has like a loyalty amongst each other. They are just a group of people who share the same goal and who has some reason for following Shishio. So it's not like they are like oath bound, or like they're like some kind of a like a group who keeps like an eye on each other's back. No, they're not that type of an organization. you know they're just a group of people who are following Shishio because of a common goal, and because they have something to gain from Shishio. For example, in the previous episode we saw how they mentioned that there's a few, like, I think, like, what's his name, Shishio kind of categorized them into like certain groups. One of the groups he categorized was those who adore me, or those who look up to me, or something like that. He said in that group was Sojuro, Hoji was there as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure. And Yumi, I think, or something like that, or I don't remember. But the group that is like loyal to him in that sense, all of those people actually Shishio took with him. you know all the others who are just following Shisho because of their own goal coinciding with them, they, no, not really. Because I think I remember, you know what, no, scratch that, because not like that. He didn't really categorize them like that. I remember that guy was also there within the people who looks up to him, the one with the scythe, that guy. But he didn't bring him with him, so okay, scratch that. But at least I think, like, the way he brought the people with him are the people who he knows are like actually loyal to him, like who looks up to him. And if Shishio goes on his own way, they will follow him. He only brought those people with him. The others, they're just following him because of their own goal, probably coinciding with his goal. One of the biggest examples of that is, like I said, I've forgotten his name. The blind guy, the one with the spear. Usui, was his name Usui? I think so. Anyways, one of the biggest example is him. He is following Shishio because he wants to kill Shishio. And Shishio has given him the opportunity, and he has been like, oh, you can anytime try to kill me, but on the way, just work with me. Like, let's go towards the goal that we're going. In the middle, if you want to kill me, you can try and attempt to kill me. I'll defend you. Like, I guess his relationship with Usui, yeah, his name was Usui, is kind of like, if you've seen Vinland Saga, Asha's relationship with Thorfinn. A little bit different because Thorfinn wanted revenge, but Asharad had the same kind of thing. He said something like, oh, like, come with me then. I'll give you plenty of opportunity. If you work for me, I'll let you kill me. And same with that, Usui had the same kind of thing. And like, Shisho was like, yeah, you work with me, work for me, and if you want, you can kill me in the middle. I'll defend myself every single time. And that's why he's following him. A lot of others, we don't know the other people's, what each and every one of them, what type of goal they have, but I'm sure everyone has done something similar to that. That is why they're following Shishio. So that is why they won't really be mad or sad or betrayed when they get to know that, oh, Shishio abandoned us. I don't think they'll react like that. Maybe a few of them will be disappointed or a little bit sad, but they won't really hold a grudge against him or anything like that. And just like Joe was like, that slimy bastard. Yeah, whatever. That would be like their reaction, I feel like. So yeah, and that's why I'm saying, that is why he brought the people with him who would probably be disappointed and sad and feel betrayed if he actually kept them out of the loop. One of the biggest example is Yumi. If he kept Yumi out of the loop up until the very end, and she was there with the other Juppon Gatana in this decoy, mission, when she would get to know that she should just abandon them like that, Yumi would probably be hurt the most, and would be like, she would actually feel abandoned. Same with Sojuro, I feel like. So, these are the people that he actually brought with him, who actually like has a genuine connection with him, I feel like. I don't know, that's just what I think. Yeah. Anyways, there you go. And that part was also very interesting, where Cho told the police chief that he was like, oh, yeah, we are evil, like, duh, but we ain't scum. I'm not going to snitch on my people just because he abandoned me. Like, yeah, like, Shishio abandoned us. That is called being evil. What I'm going to be doing if I betray him is scumbaggery. I'm not doing that. He gave me, like, he trusted me and gave me these information, and I'm going to keep that trust. Even if he has used me as a decoy, you know, he was, he was upfront with me. He was, like, yeah, like, he wasn't a scum. So I'm not going to be a scum. He was evil. He did this. It's fine. We are supposed to be evil. So, it's inevitable that something like this happens. And that's why also Joe told the police chief that what you are doing, that is being a scum. And obviously, they don't really elaborate on that point, but it's pretty obvious what he was trying to say. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, what Joe was trying to say here is that how the police chief is trying to weasel his way out, or somehow, like, he, up until now, he was just being like, oh, everything is fine. Saito is with me. The Batosai will also be coming. Yeah, like, everything will be okay. I won't have to take responsibility. I won't have to, stain my hands in this. I can just be there at the background, like, just, or like, screaming out orders. That's all. Now, when he got to know that Saito and Batosai will be going away from here, he was like, oh, I will have to dirty my hands now. Not only that, I will have to be at the front. I will be who everyone looks at now. And that made him so much panic. That's why he was trying to find ways to somehow, like, lighten his, like, workload. And that's why he went to Joe, who was the next best thing he had, who can help him. So that's why he was like, oh, I'm going to pardon you. Just come with me and fight with me and give me the information. So that was what he was doing. That was what Joe called being a scum, because he is trying to run away and avoid responsibility, even though he's supposed to be the leader. He's given all of these responsibilities, and he's trying to just be in the background and put the gun on someone else's shoulder and shoot from there, making others take the fall for him, or something like that. Something along those lines, I think. Like, he was trying to avoid responsibility. Like I said, he was trying to not stain his hand with bloods, because, like, that is one of the most important things that people struggle with, which is, like, doing the dirty deed themselves. Like, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of, I don't know, responsibility and stuff to actually dirty your own hands. Like, you can just stay there in the background spouting orders, ordering other people to do the deed for you. But when it comes to you holding that weapon and swinging it, and putting blood in your own hands, a lot of people back out there, struggle at that, doing that thing. And that is what, like, he was doing here. He was afraid. He was trying to run away from the responsibility, even though he's supposed to be the police chief. And yeah, but that was, he was able to overcome that after he saw that kid who was like, oh, I'm here in behalf of my father, I want to fight. And he was like, damn, this 11-year-old kid, he is not afraid. He's here at the front line ready to fight, while I, a grown-ass man who is supposed to be the police chief, I'm trying to run away, hide behind my people. Yeah, that's not okay. And that snapped him out of it, and he was like, yeah, okay, you go home, kid. I'll just keep watch on us. We will do what we need to do. Right. So yeah, that is the whole thing with Shishio that I wanted to discuss about. um, you know was there anything else? Oh, the Onyaban is currently, after getting the letter, they are doing their job now. Obviously, as they said, even if we have like 1,000 people, 1,000 police officers, like, was it 1,000 or was it 10,000? I've forgotten. Even though we have so many of them, keeping an eye on everything, if by some way the fire starts, these 1,000 police officers won't be able to do anything to stop that fire, because it's fire, it's going to spread. So we need people who knows this place at the back of their hand, like the back of their hand, and who has a lot of, like, like, you can do a lot of things. Onyaban. And that is why Kenshin wrote that letter to them and, asked them for help. And they're on their move, ready, taking information, trying to track down where the people are. But, those two girls, they kind of got into trouble, as we saw in the end. That big dude, the one, I forgot his name. The that guy. He attacked them or something. I don't know what's going to happen there. So yeah. Okay, was there anything else? uh oh, another important thing, as they said. So obviously they were talking about the ship going to Tokyo and bombarding them, and I think like who was it? Was it Sanosuke? Someone of them told them that, oh, it's fine. I think like the Tokyo's not that weak that it's just going to go down with one or two bombardments. Everything will be fine. But as they mentioned, the problem isn't that. The problem is that something like this happened before. So a ship like that coming and attacking like that in itself is such a horrifying sight to the people in Tokyo. They're going to go into panic mode. So as soon as they see a ship, an unauthorized ship on their horizon coming towards them, the whole place will go into chaos mode. And there will be like chaos, lawlessness, every single thing is going to just go completely down, and that is going to make it difficult for the government, the people over there, to calm them down, which is going to bring out riots. Like people themselves will be trying to run away, and a lot of chaos is going to happen. That will be hindering the people actually doing their job to protect this place, and it's going to like a whole new trouble is going to begin. On top of that, Shisho is probably going to bombard the place as well. So that's the bigger problem here, that people are going to go crazy, that PTSD is going to strike in, and something like that. Okay, that's the problem here. Right. And yeah, that was today's episode. Okay, good episode. But now we are ready. I think next episode we will probably see how things go down, because currently it's time. It's time for them to start their operation. The Kyoto fire, that whole thing. Okay. And yes, that was today's episode. Right. Now that was my overall impressions. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Okay, in the very first scene, we have Kenshin writing the letter, Sanosuke just screaming outside like a little kid, asking his friend to come out to play. He's like, how long? Come out, come quickly. We have to go. But Kenshin is just writing his letter. We have Saito go and talk to the police chief, and he's like, yeah, I will be going. And the police chief is like, but I'll be here alone. I'll have to do this on my own. And you can see Saito's like telling him, and he's like, come on, like you can at least stay here, like, right, like come stay here with us, with me. And this is where Saito's like, you know what, I've met many samurai from Satsuma, both as friend and foe. I've always found it weird, but I didn't remember you. I have no recollection of your name or face. It seems I understand now why. You're the type that go to sit in that chair for reasons other than combat. Yeah. And then Saito grabs him and he's like, you know what? Doesn't matter what you did up until now. Yeah, you'll have to do it today. Today, you'll be a different person from tonight. So get that in your skull and get to work. Right. So there you go. That's that. And Saito goes out with Kenshin. Saito's like, I've done my best. Now it's all up to them. Anyways, they're off on their carriage. And yeah, and Sanosuke is up on top. Kenshin and Saito are inside the carriage. Saito is screaming at the top of his lung so much that Saito decides to stab him with his sword. But he misses. Right. Anyways, the journey begins. They're on their way to Osakan Bay. And, we have the informants. They are seeing what's going on. They go back. This one guy goes back and gives a password, goes inside one of the rooms. And we see the people here waiting to start their plan of putting fire to Kyoto. They have a map, and they have like red cross marks all over the place. Those are the places where probably they'll set fire. you know. And they give the information, they exchange information. The guy who was outside, he tells about how there's so many police officers all at the same, here. And yeah, and now they're like, we cannot back down at this point, we have to do this. So that was that. Next we get to see Sanosuke again. This time Saito gets so pissed off, he just uses his sword to poke him. Right. Anyways, so here we get to know, Kenshin tells us like who that letter was for. I thought that was for Kaoru, but turns out he wrote that letter for everyone over there, telling them the information, what is actually going on, how they're targeting on they're planning on targeting Tokyo, while here they'll set fire. So Misao and everyone else gets the letter. They immediately recognize it's Kenshin because his handwriting is so dirty. Another thing I forgot to mention. Misao was thinking about getting a Gatling gun, at which Kaoru says like, Misao, listen to me, that this is the same Gatling gun that actually tore down your friends. But even if it's that strong, your friends, the Onyaban, they were actually able to take it down. So it's not that, like Gatling gun is not the thing. Like that is something that you should put your attention on, because what is more important is the power of your group as a whole. Kenshin trusts that power, and that is why he entrusted all of this to you guys. Yeah. Okay. The true power of the Onyaban group is not something money can buy. There you go. Anyways, Misao's like, yeah, you're right. But when they were talking about this, the letter comes in. They read the letter and they get to know what's going on. So Misao's like, all right, guys, let's go. Let's get ready and let's go. So they scatter off in different directions, trying to take care of the situation. Right. Next, we go back to Saito again. Okay, this is the place where when Sanosuke is like, oh, Tokyo's not that flimsy, but this is where they talk about what has happened in the past. Here we go. Kenshin gives the recollection. So, 6th year of Kai, Commodore Perry arrived at the shores of Uruga, asking to open the ports, facing a monster they have never seen or heard before. Steamboats break the slumber of the great sea. Though they but for 4, there's no sleep this night. The city of Edo was in panic to the point there was a poem alluding to it. Yeah. The fear and anxiety back then, followed by the chaos of the Bakumatsu era, are still lurking deep within the hearts of people. And as soon as people see any type of ship coming, like that unauthorized ship coming to the port anytime soon now, they're going to go into panic mode. It's deeply ingrained in their heart. If an unfamiliar boat suddenly appeared and started firing cannons, Tokyo is going to fall into greater chaos. So, and that's going to make more trouble for the people there. Yeah. Sanosuke is like, okay, I understand now. Right. Next, we get to see the Juppon Gatana, a few of the people here. We have Anji here. We have a few others here. I forgot their names. Usui is here. Now, here they are talking about how it's weird that Shisho and the others are nowhere here to be found, at which Usui kind of hints that something might be going on, as he says, he's like, oh, it's a bit suspicious, right? Our leader is not here, what's happening? They have, yeah. Anyways, then they're like, alright, we're just going to go to sleep and wait for the time to come. Next, we get to see the police chief comes to Cho and tells them, and he's like, oh, your leader betrayed you, so give us all the information. We will make sure that everything is okay with you. At which he gets he's like, yeah, I ain't scum. Neither is our, Shisho. He might be evil, but he isn't a scum. Here we go. He ain't a scum. Lord Shisho deceived his people. That is bad. Evil. But you are telling me to betray my people. That is coming. I can see. So basically, what a lot of people might be like, oh, but isn't it's coming to betray them as well? I think what Joe is trying to say here is a little bit different than that. He's saying that what Shisho did is within his own people. He's not taking this outside. While we we see that as evil, but we cannot call that scummy. But if we bring other people into this, that is some outsider like you guys, and who are technically our enemies, if we sell out our information to you guys, that'll be scummy. So so in a way he's saying that what Shisho did is within his group of people. He's not trying to sell us out, or do something like that, or throw us into, he's not doing that. He just abandoned us, and that's within our own group. That is evil. But what you're telling me to do is that give you guys the information. You guys are technically Shisho's enemies. So if we do that, we will be involving, or we will be alluding with the people who are directly against Shisho. That will be scummy. That will be like true betrayal, in a sense. I guess that's the point what he's trying to make. That's what a scum does. And then he also tells the police chief that what you're doing is also scummy, so get out of here. Yeah, and police chief goes out and he's like, scum, I'm a scum. And then he meets that kid who was like, I want to fight here on the front lines because of my father. And he then opens the katana, takes it out of the sheath, and he's like, it's a well maintained katana. And this kind of snaps him out of that, and he's like, you know what? This little kid, 11 years old kid, is not afraid to stand in the front lines, while I am a grown-ass man who's supposed to be a police chief is trying to hide behind my own people. Yeah. And then he tells him like, kid, go back home, leave it to us. Okay, next we see the time has almost come, it's like 30 minutes or something left. We see two of the Onyaban girls follow a group of people, and they see this huge ass sword being pulled by people, and they're like, what the hell is that? But immediately at that time, this dude is there, the Juppon Katana guy, and we don't know what exactly happened. The scene just cut out over there, but it seemed like that guy attacked them. Right. Anyways, after that we have the final scene where Kenshin is trying to figure out which ship might be the one for Shisho, and this is where he theorizes. He's like, wait a minute, he's also a Hitokiri, I'm also a Hitokiri. He's kind of like my successor in that sense. So what we do as Hitokiri is we try to pick a place where there's a lot of people where we can blend into. Not only that, it should be crowded. So giving the same logic here, using the same logic here, he would use a ship which are abandoned here, like there's abandoned amount of these type of ships. He will be mixing in with one of them amongst a crowd. So it will be a civilian ship, because there'll be a lot of civilian ship ported here. One of the ported civilian ships will probably be his thing, and that is how he'll try to deceive us. And exactly that's what he's doing. As we see, Yumi is brought in front of that ship. Yumi's like, I'm glad you brought me here, you trusted me enough, but isn't this ship kind of broken down? At which Shisho's like, oh, did you fall in love with me looking at my appearance? No, right? So come inside, see what's in the inside. And they bring her inside, and I don't really know what it is, but it seems like some kind of a furnace or some kind of a thing like that, like something that's going to just shoot flaming balls or something. So it's something like that, I think. Anyways, yeah, and then in the end, Yumi's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I will follow you down to the bottom of hell. Yeah, and then there's 37 minutes left when the plan is going to start. Let's see what happens. And there you go. That was today's episode. Episode number 18 of Rurouni Kenshin, the Kyoto Disturbance arc. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Rurouni Kenshin. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.